Hello, welcome. We have a new ink review video today, and this is a sample of Colorverse's Permanent Navy. So we're going to take a look at this and see how it looks on the paper. So let's just make a swatch of that real quick. And when I saw this, I didn't know that what permanent meant in the inks. So I think that this might actually be a property of the ink rather than just a name. And what I will do is I will look it up and leave a link. Well, I'll leave a link to this ink down below if I can find it, but I will leave an explanation of permanent so that, you know, so the information is there for you, because I don't want to misspeak and give the wrong information. All right, so let's do a name here. This is Colorverse. And I got the sample off of Goulet Pens, so they might still have it over there. All right. Yep, and it's staining. Let me try cleaning this off. I'll be right back. Okay, so that might be what it is. It might actually be a permanent ink. That might be the problem. Let me put this under a fan. I'll be right back. All right, so in the interest of not staining my nib holder blue, I'm going to go back to my glass pen for this, and we'll just have to try it with that because it won't stain the glass as easily, I don't think. All right, let's go ahead. All right, so this does not lay down as much ink as that other nib, which is fine. And this is just copy paper that I've got here. And I always test these on copy paper just in case there's, you know, some reason you would have cheap paper and you want to make sure it works, like if you're at school or work or something. This actually performed really, really well on the copy paper. So, all right, let's set that aside to dry, and then we will work on this HP 32 paper. And this is also just a copy paper, but it's smoother and the ink sometimes performs really well. Sometimes you get to see different special effects from the inks. Okay, and this is HP 32. We'll draw some lines. It is a nice blue color. There we go. We'll set that aside to dry, and then let's try this on some Tomo River. Tomo River usually will show off a lot of nice properties in the inks, at least in my experience. Having to get used to the feedback from this glass pen from not using it for a little bit. There we go. Okay. I apologize for my poor handwriting here. My hand wants to write faster than I am telling it to, so it's a big mess. There we are. All right, so this actually is kind of cool because it looks different. I can see already it looks different on here than it does on the other papers. There we go. Try and get that washed off. It's on everything. Okay, yeah, it stained my hands. Okay, so let me put the cap on this. I'm going to go check on the swatch and see if it's dry. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So this is kind of interesting. This is how it looks on copy paper. Very pretty, obvious navy blue, very nice. Then on the HP 32, it does look like there is actually a little bit of shading there. And the color is pretty close to the same on both papers. And it performed really, really well on the copy paper, no issues at all. So This looks like a safe ink to use on pretty much everything. But then on the Tomo River, the blue looks quite a bit lighter here. And then it still has that shading, so you get more of a dramatic, you know, shading effect essentially. And it's definitely shading here in the writing. So this ink does have some shading to it. But one interesting thing, so if you look at the swatch, here's how this looks so far. This has been drying for quite some time now, and this dark spot here just doesn't want to dry. It's taking so long. So I think as far as putting this in a pen and using it, you know, it's fine. But making a swatch like this really with a really heavy amount of ink probably was not a smart idea. I'm gonna have to set this aside, probably let it dry till like tomorrow and check on it and see. I don't know how much longer this is gonna need, but it's been taking a long time. But anyway, it is very pretty, has lots of nice shading, and we could test and see if it's permanent, like what I'm thinking. Just put my finger in this and, well, I'm gonna have to look up what permanent means. It does look like there's a tiny bit of a smudge there, but it's not bad. The water resistance seems to be really, really good. But anyway, I'll look it up and I'll put a comment in the description about it. So, yep, if you enjoyed this and if it was helpful to you at all, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you can see more. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.